Hi, everyone. Meteorologist Bill Rentschler. I hope everyone is having a nice Wednesday morning. Another cold start to our day today. Going to be another cold day out there today. We're going to talk about some warmer temperatures, though, in the forecast. Also going to dive into a chance for at least a little bit of light snow, I think, as we head into Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening across the area. Not going to be much. Dusting, maybe a tenth of an inch or two. But again, could lead to some slick spots out there, so we'll talk about that. And again, look at the long-range forecast, look at some of the national headlines as a lot of fire weather concerns across parts of California, some really destructive wildfires been happening in and around the Los Angeles area. So we'll take a look at all that. First, though, look at your Lincoln Weather Almanac. Again, these are the numbers from yesterday. Cold day, 26 was the high, just 3 degrees the low temperature yesterday morning. Again, you can see the averages there, 35 and 14. Climatologically speaking, we're really in the coldest stretch of the year that we see in terms of where our average highs and lows are. They're going to begin to climb back up here in just a couple weeks. But right now, in climatologically speaking, our coldest period of the year. And again, you can see as far as any moisture, nothing yesterday. An inch of snow for the month, inch of snow for the season thus far. And again, that's a pretty low number. We waited a long time for our first snowfall. Now that we've seen it, kind of turning our attention to the fact that we're really low in our snowfall list. Again, so if you go from October 1st through today, 1 inch of snow is the second lowest amount that we've had. You got to go back to 1922, 1923 season to have a lower amount. They just had 9/10 of an inch through today's date. Again, they finished that season with over 18 and a half, or right at 18 and a half inches of snow. Again, that was thanks to a very snowy March that they had. But you can see the list there, top 10 kind of least snowiest starts to winter, if you will. Again, we were on that list not too long ago, a couple years ago, 2022, 2023. We'd only had 1.6 inches of snow through today's date, finished that season with just over 14 inches of snow. So again, not much out there just yet, but again, still plenty of time for us to add a little bit to our totals as we head through the next several weeks, next several months. Can certainly see a lot of snow in February and in March. And again, we average about 26 inches of snow for the entire season. So again, may make that up still on the back end. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. Your weather headlines for today, though, again, one more cold day before a little bit more seasonal temperatures are expected through the remainder of the week and into the upcoming weekend. Thursday is a day, especially Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. We'll watch for the potential for some scattered light snow showers across the area. And then overall, kind of like I just mentioned, looking at a fairly seasonal weekend heading our way with generally dry conditions for us for the upcoming weekend. Low temperatures this morning on the Tempest weather stations across the Lincoln Metro, again down to the single digits again, between about 0 and 5 degrees, depending on where you're at. 4 degrees was the low here at the 1011 studios at 40th and Vine on our Tempest weather station right now. As you look at sky views from across the state, different than what we had yesterday when we were still dealing with cloudy skies. Plenty of sunshine as we start our Wednesday, but again, it is cold out there as we start our Wednesday. Just 5 degrees at the airport, 8 here at 1011 studios. Just a light southwest wind, 3 miles an hour. Does knock down that feels like temperature just a little bit. It feels like 5. So again, bundle up if you're heading out early this morning. It is still bitterly cold out there as we start our Wednesday. And temperatures this afternoon going to be again below normal. Again, but going to be plenty of sunshine this afternoon. So that's at least one bright spot that we'll have for the day today. Temperatures on the Tempest weather stations across town, generally in the single digits. There's one spot there in the northeastern corner of town that's up to 10 degrees, but again, cold here in the Lincoln Metro, cold across the state, with temperatures, again, generally in the single digits, both above and below 0, as cold as 3 below right now in areas like Lexington, Broken Bow, O'Neill, as well as Valentine, 5 below in Alliance, 2 below in Scottsbluff, 0 right now in Beatrice, just 2 degrees in Falls City. So again, doesn't matter where you are, it is chilly out there as we start our day. Winds are fairly light, generally out of the west or southwest for most locations at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. No wind gusts this morning, so again, that's the good news. Again, it's cold, but we're not dealing with breezy conditions. But even with just a light wind, you have wind chills as cold as about 10 to 20 degrees below 0 in a few locations there across parts of central and western Nebraska. Coldest right now at 19 below in Alliance, 17 below in O'Neill, 16 below in Valentine this morning. So again, awfully chilly as we start our Wednesday. Satellite radar picture, very quiet. Again, not a lot going on out there. If you look at the visible satellite imagery, again, everything that you see on there, that's actually snow that is currently on the ground. Again, there's a few spots there in parts of east central Nebraska that don't have as much snow on the ground, but again, you can see a lot of snow on the ground, especially across parts of northern Kansas, northeastern Kansas, where they saw again a foot or more of snowfall with that latest system that moved through last weekend. But again, clear skies in terms of any cloud cover out there. You zoom out and look at a regional view. Again, things overall pretty quiet for us. Zoom out and look at a national view. The one area we're going to keep an eye on, again, is down across the southern plains, North Texas into southern Oklahoma, parts of Arkansas and Louisiana. There's going to be a winter storm that's going to be moving through those areas as we head over the next 24 hours or so. And again, there's advisories out for those areas. And when it's all said and done, areas in North Texas, Dallas, may end up with more snow than we've seen all season. With that system that they're going to have moving through again over the next day or so in those areas. Otherwise, right now things are fairly quiet across the country. You look at those weather alerts, though, you can see those winter weather advisories. Again, strange place to kind of see them. West Texas, across southern New Mexico, and then you see those winter storm warnings as well as some winter storm watches that are currently out across parts of North Texas. If you zoom in here, and if we just take a quick peek on what the National Weather Service is saying with some of these winter storm warnings in effect, again, starting 6 a.m. Thursday through 12 Friday, and they're looking at accumulations potentially as high between 2 and 4 inches with, again, some isolated amounts as high as 8 inches possible. Again, they're in North Texas near the Dallas area. So, again, that's again, not usually a place where you see winter storm warnings. So we'll keep an eye on that. And, again, obviously one of the big stories that we've seen over just the last 12 hours or so really is the wildfires that have been popping up across Southern California. Again, they have high wind warnings, red flag warnings that are in place. They've seen winds, again, 60, 70, 80, 90, up to 100 mile an hour wind gusts. Again, with those downsloping Santa Ana winds, again, combined with the dry conditions, have led to, again, that a critical and extreme fire danger across the area. And we've seen those horrible wildfires across the Palisades and across, again, parts of Los Angeles County. So, again, they still have those high wind warnings that are in place. And, again, could see those winds gusting extremely high, between 80 and 100 miles an hour possible. Those run through 6 o'clock this evening there for the northern Los Angeles area. So, again, it's something we'll continue to follow closely as we head over the next 12 hours or so. Here at home, though, things are pretty quiet. No advisories across Nebraska, so really nothing for us to worry about, at least for the day today. We check out Skycast, expecting mainly clear skies as we head through the day today. Winds should be, again, fairly light through the day, eventually turning more to the south and west as the surface trough kind of slides through the area, and that's going to be in advance of a cold front that's going to slide through the area as we head into the day tomorrow. So tonight we'll look for increasing cloud cover, and then as we head into the day tomorrow, again, I think we're going to be seeing breezy conditions as that front moves through. We'll also be looking at mostly cloudy conditions as well. And I think as we head into Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, again, we'll be looking for snow ongoing across, again, the southern plains with that system moving through. I think we'll be looking for light snow showers across the eastern sections of the state Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. Again, it's not going to amount to much, but it may be enough for a dusting to maybe a tenth of an inch or two across parts of central and eastern Nebraska. As we head through the afternoon and evening hours, and then as we head Thursday night and into Friday, we should see that system move out of the area. It starts Friday with some cloud cover, but I think we eventually see mostly sunny skies as we head towards Friday afternoon and Friday evening. So if you look at the snowfall amounts, again, most of our model guidance, again, has a little bit of snow across the area as we head through the day on Thursday. But again, we're looking at a tenth of an inch to maybe a 2/10 of an inch for most locations across the state. So not a ton, but certainly enough that it could make for some slippery conditions, especially for that Thursday evening commute. So that's going to be something we just want to be careful with. Give folks a heads up on that. Again, it could be a little bit of a slick evening commute. Could also lead to some areas of reduced visibility at times if you do get maybe a little bit of a burst of some heavier snow at times. As far as the long-range snowfall forecast, again, this is through next Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Again, the system that moves through that brings us the light snow on Thursday is really just about it. Again, you can see heavier snow amounts again to our south with that system that's going to move through the southern plains. Heavier snow amounts possible to our north and across, obviously, the high plains over the course of the next week. This is the European model, and the American model, again, paints a similar picture. Heavier snowfall amounts possible down to our south with that system, as well as to our north and across the high plains. But for much of the 10-11 coverage area, it's pretty light snowfall possibilities for us over the course of the next week, with most of that, if not all of that, coming for us on Thursday. As far as high temperatures today, going to be another cold day, especially for the eastern sections of the state. Coldest readings will be down where the snowpack is the deepest and the thickest, and that's going to be across extreme southeastern Nebraska. So low 20s for areas like Nebraska City, Falls City, Beatrice, Steiner, down into southeastern Nebraska, Table Rock. But again, as you get away from that thicker snowpack, temperatures will be a little bit warmer. Still cold, though, here in Lincoln. We're going to go mid to upper 20s, 27 for us for the day today. But you get across central and western Nebraska, temperatures into the low 30s to near 40 degrees across parts of the Panhandle. So a little bit warmer, a little bit more seasonal for those locations by Wednesday afternoon. Into Thursday morning, warmer temperatures expected. Not going to be nearly as cold as we've seen the last couple mornings. Low temperatures ranging from the mid-teens to the mid-20s for most locations, and then a little bit more seasonal for just about everyone as we head into the day on Thursday. But again, it will be cloudy. We will see that chance for some snow showers, I think, into the afternoon and evening. High temperatures generally sitting in the low to mid-30s for much of the state. Low temperatures Friday morning, again, mid-teens to low to mid-20s. Coldest readings out in the far west. Friday afternoon temperatures in the upper 20s to upper 30s. Saturday morning, we start out our day with temperatures in the teens to right around 20 degrees, so fairly seasonal for us. And then Saturday afternoon, looks like it'll be one of our warmer afternoons over the course of the next week, with mid-30s to mid-40s across the state. Warmest readings in the west and the southwest. 7-day forecast looks like this. Again, you can see, again, Wednesday, cold, 27 for a high, but then more seasonal as we head through the rest of the week into the weekend. A little bit colder than early next week, with temperatures dipping back to the upper 20s to near 30 by next Monday and Tuesday. 30% chance for those snow showers on Thursday. We'll also throw in a small chance on Sunday as another front drops through the area to see maybe some scattered light snow across the area. 10-day forecast for select cities across the state looks like this. Again, you can see very January-like pattern for us. Cold today, especially for eastern and southeastern Nebraska. A little bit more mild, seasonal as we head through the rest of the work week into the weekend. And then that cold front, again, brings us slightly colder temperatures to start the week next week before temperatures moderate. Again, by the middle and end of the week next week, could see temperatures in the mid-30s to mid-40s with even a few 50s possible by late next week for parts of western Nebraska. Chances for any moisture, again, best chance likely going to be on Thursday. And then again, this weekend, we will include some small chances for some moisture across the state for Lincoln. I think the better chance would be on Sunday, but again, still just a small 20% chance. So again, no big storm systems look like they're taking aim at the 10-11 coverage area over the course of the next week, but we will keep an eye on that snow chance for the day on Thursday. 8 to 14-day temperature outlook. Again, this is January 15th through the 21st. Again, continues to favor below normal temperatures across much of the region. So again, sticking with a little bit of the colder pattern as we head through the middle parts of January. Also, precipitation outlook, again, favors above average precipitation for much of the high plains. Again, that's going to be stretching all the way from the Dakotas down through Nebraska and into parts of the southern plains as well, favoring above average precipitation through that time frame. And then if you look at the 8 to 14-day hazards, again, nothing for excessive heat. Heavy precipitation is going to be possible across the Gulf Coast into the Gulf states during that time frame, again, January 15th through the 21st. No concerns for rapid onset of drought. There is the potential, again, for some heavy snow across parts of the Midwest into the Great Lakes. That's going to be something we'll keep an eye on during that January 15th through the 21st time frame. Is a slight risk for some heavy snow somewhere in those areas. Again, that's still a long ways off, though. But again, we'll keep an eye on that. But it is potentially in the cards that someone in that area, in that purple shaded area, again, from parts of Colorado, Kansas, northern Texas, Oklahoma Panhandle through the Great Lakes regions could be dealing with some heavy snow. High winds, again, much of the western half of the country again, as well as a swath there from again West Texas through the Great Lakes could be dealing with high winds during that time frame, and then as slight chance for again the risk of below normal temperatures across again much of the northwestern parts of the country, as well as across the southeastern parts of the country as well. They could be, again, seeing a snow event, again, not only across parts of North Texas, southern Oklahoma, but into the Carolinas as well, with this system that's going to be moving through, and another system forecast to potentially move through again later this month. So again, a couple things to keep an eye on, but a lot of it is still kind of off in the distance for us. Again, main concerns, at least here locally, again for us in the 10-11 coverage area, going to be the cold temperatures today, and then those snow showers as we head into the day on Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening is when we expect to see that. That would be light, and right now expecting maybe a dusting to a few tenths of an inch, but we'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep you updated with what you need to know. So appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching again. As always, again, keep it tuned to 10-11 both on air and online for all of your latest forecast details. Until next time, hope everyone has a nice Wednesday.